Hello, hello, hello. I am Kathy and welcome to my channel, Kathy's Country Life. I just got through filming making zucchini bread, and I talked about I had a bunch of squash I needed to do something with. So we took care of some of my excess zucchini, and now we're going to take care of some of my excess squash. So, Kathy, what are you making? I am making squash cornbread dressing. This is a great way to incorporate squash. And I'm just dicing up, cubing up some squashes. Is that plural, squashes, or is it just squash? So I am cubing this up. And we'll get this started. There's somebody out there working on the fan, and my dog's going crazy. So, be right back. Okay, I got a sink full of dishes from my previous cooking experience, and my dishwasher is not quite done yet, so y'all ignore that if you see it in the background. Alright, in here I have got 2 sticks of butter. I have got 6 cups of chopped up squash, no, 5 cups, and 1 cup of chopped up celery, 1 cup of chopped up onion. And we are just going to let this saute. I'm going to add probably about a teaspoon of salt, good amount of pepper, and I just want these vegetables to get really soft. Some people, when they make their dressing, they boil theirs in their chicken stock. I kind of like the sauteed taste. I know it gets them softer, but I cook it down pretty good to where everything is soft. So I got it about on a medium, and we're going to let this go and get all soft and sauteed up and delicious. Okay, I'm in another egg conundrum. I need 6 eggs for this dressing, and I've only got 2 left. In my previous video, I showed y'all me going to the chicken coop and getting 3 eggs from them, and I used those. Anyway, I've got 2 eggs left, so we're going to break out the freeze-dried eggs. I have not used these yet, so this is a good tester. I freeze-dried these March 26th. And they're sealed. Let me unseal it. Okay, so it takes it's equal parts to the freeze-dried eggs to water. So I need 4 eggs. So I'm going to do 4 tablespoons of my freeze-dried eggs. Four tablespoons of eggs and 4 tablespoons of water. And we'll get this all mixed up. We'll see how this does. I did these for a purpose, and the purpose is here. I'm going to let it sit here and keep rehydrating. I'm going to have to seal this back up. I have a jar sealer that sits on here and sucks the air out. I showed y'all that before. I may get it out in a minute and show it to you. Again, if you missed that. So we'll see how that does. Alright, still got You don't want to be talking to my big old belly, do you? I still got my squash, onions, and celery over there. I put the top on it to let them steam and get softer. And so when those are done, we'll come back and we'll finish this project up. It's sitting here for a little bit, and it is like a egg texture, but I just don't think that that's 4 eggs worth. I'm gonna add a couple more tablespoons. I don't think that's 4 eggs. It looks more like 2. Let me draw my tablespoon off. I don't want it to get in the eggs. Okay, we'll add some water. Alright, let's see how that does. That just didn't look like, that looked like 2 eggs. Maybe I didn't get the instructions right. That'll do it. Let's see, I googled it. Let's see what it said. I was wrong. It's 2 tablespoons per egg. So I just did 2. So now that was 3. So I need to do 1 more. I wasn't thinking. Alright, so 1 more powder. So it's, no, that's not right. See, I did 2, 4. That was 2 eggs. I did another 2. That was 3 eggs. So I need to do 2 more to make it 4 eggs. And yes, y'all notice I didn't measure the last one. I just did it, but I'm measuring this one. Okay, that looks all right. Alright, that's looking more like 4 eggs. I'm sorry if I led you astray on that, but it's 2 tablespoons of powder, 2 tablespoons of water equals 1 egg. And I think I got my measurements right. I'll probably go back and look at this and say, oh, but I think I do. I think I do. Okay, we'll be back. Let's assemble. Okay, so in this bowl, I made cornbread 2 nights ago, and I made it in my bigger skillet. This one, which is a, I don't know, 10 inch probably. Which for us, I don't make them in the big, I have a smaller one just for us, but I knew I was going to be making this, so I did it in the big skillet, and we cut 2 pieces out of it and ate that night, and then I just wrapped up the rest of it in some parchment paper, and I just left it out on the counter to make it like day old, 2 day old in my case. But it's fine. I mean, there's no mold or anything like that got on it. Okay, so I've got 5, it ended up being 5 cups of cornbread, and I took my cornbread and I put it in my food processor to get it chopped up fine, because you got those tough outer pieces that's very hard with your fingers to do it. So I just put it in my food processor, did it up fine. I had some leftover hamburger buns that we weren't going to be using, and I put those in my food processor, blended those up, and I used a cup of it in here. So what I've got is a 6 cup total of bread mixture. 5 cups cornbread, 1 cup white bread. And you can just use white bread, but I just had those hot dog buns, and we were not going to be eating hot dog buns anytime soon. So that's what I have here. So let me bring you down and we'll get to assembly. My camera cut off for some reason, just, you know, boom, it cut off. But anyway, I added my eggs, 6 cups total, 4 eggs with my freeze-dried eggs. And I put a teaspoon of poultry seasoning in here. That's as far as I got. I don't know why my camera cut off. Okay, so then I've got some chicken stock. We're just going to have to just see how much we need, because I just want it to, that's a good start. I want it to be soupy. Okay, and this is something that I add. I like to add cream of chicken soup to my cornbread dressing. I had my husband go and get me some. All I had was fat-free. So I sent him to get some, and what did he come back with? Fat-free. So hey, this is going to be fat-free. This whole recipe is going to be fat-free. It's not what I wanted, but as I say, it'll do in a pinch. There's enough butter in here to make up for the fat that's out of the soup. Alright, let me get my squashes. Okay, here's the squash. I am going to let it cool down just a little bit. I don't want it to cook my eggs. I had a rotisserie chicken that I had bought at Sam's last weekend, and I just took the breast off and chopped it up. I am adding chicken to this because this is going to be a whole meal. So we'll have our veg and our protein and our bread. I'm just going to start adding this slowly in, like a scoop at a time. I don't want the eggs to get cooked. Ooh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. I'm just stirring it around to cool it off. And I am putting that butter in here with it. Okay. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. See, it's kind of soupy, so I guess I used three cups. 3 cups of chicken broth. Alright, let's do a taste test. Yes, it's got raw eggs in it. I think it needs just a scant more, maybe a half a teaspoon more of the poultry seasoning. And just a little bit more salt. Alright, I'm going to get a different one to taste test out of. That is good. Okay. Tastes good to me, y'all. Alright, let's get it in some dishes. And if you haven't already guessed, One's going in the freezer. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, I got a lot of dishes to do. Okay, so I'm gonna bake this. Yeah, I'm drawing a brain fart. 350 or 375. I think 375. I'll double check to see that, and I'll let you know how long it takes. I'm gonna let, well, it's pretty cool. I'm going to cover this one in saran wrap. Sorry, my foil's over there. And then some heavy duty foil. And I'm going to write squash dressing. I'm not going to put cornbread dressing because that's the only kind I make is cornbread dressing. So that's ready for the freezer. We have a freezer meal. More stuff in the freezer. And I'm going to get the oven preheated and I'm going to stick this in. And I'll come back and tell you how long that it takes and then we'll do a taste test. Be back. Oh, and I was going to tell you, this is the rest of the hamburger buns that I had grinded up. I just put it on a baking plate. Bacon rectangle bacon sheet thing, the Pampered Chef stuff. And once I get the dressing cooked, I'm gonna turn the stove off, let it come down stuff, and I'm gonna stick this in the oven and let it dry out, and voila, you have breadcrumbs. Somebody had asked me in the comments about how I did my breadcrumbs, and that's basically it. I normally don't grind them up. I take that back. I normally don't grind them up before I dry them. I would just break apart the bread, the hamburger buns, whatever you have. Just break it up, dry it about 200 degrees in the oven until they're dried out, and then they're crunchy, and you can just stew them up with your hands and get the crumbs, or put it in your food processor if you want to. I normally just crunch it up with my hands, but I'm going to do that for the rest of these hamburger buns. I don't want them to go to waste, so I'll make breadcrumbs out of them. Well, I'm back, and our squash dressing is cooked. Cooked it on 350 for 40 minutes. That seemed to be the sweet spot. We're going to give it a taste test. That's good. That is so delicious. We're giving it 2 taste tests, just to be sure. It's good. The only thing that I would change about it is I would add a little bit more salt, but we're gonna add salt when we eat it. But yes, that is delicious. I highly recommend it. Squash is so good in it, and it's really soft. Oh. Can't wait for dinner tonight. I can't wait for dinner tonight. It's gonna be good. So there's another way to use up squashes, yellow summer squashes. I got the other one in the freezer. I got the other loaf of zucchini bread in the freezer. So we're set. I got dishes washed out of the sink. Yay! So thank y'all for joining me for this recipe. Turned out really good. I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. And I will be getting some more of it when it's dinner time. It's still, we got about 30-40 minutes before we'll really eat. So thanks guys for being here. I've got my breadcrumbs after I took out the squash casserole. I turned the oven off and left the oven door open a little bit, and whew, got hot in here. But I put those breadcrumbs in there, and I'm just letting the residual heat from the oven to dry those out. I'm going to leave them in the oven, and I'll probably get them out tomorrow and add to my breadcrumb container. So there you have it. Thanks again for being here. It means a lot. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Give me a thumbs up.